morning, 5 a.m. It's time to get up and go turkey hunting. What do you think, Jake?
That's bright.
Yeah.
Hopefully the birds gobble good this morning. It is a little cold for them. We're gonna give her a try. Greg's over here, he's getting pumped up.
One of the things you're gonna want to make sure you do before you go on a 2-week trip to the south, you're gonna want to make sure you got pants that button up.
Is that a safety belt?
Well, it's a belt. It's just a belt.
It's like a tree stand safety harness tether, Jake.
No, it's fine. It'll work good.
Yeah, we gotta go. Turkey's gonna be gobbling at 6 o'clock.
Oh.
We just went past the spot that Jake and I were wanting to go, and there's a truck parked there. So we're gonna have to go to plan B. That's all right. Sometimes that just presents another opportunity. You know, that's why he's parking at the end of that road like that, is to let people know he's fixing to go in there and go hunting. He beat us there, so good luck to him.
Hear him?
Straight that way, would you say?
Yeah. He's way in there.
Yeah.
But
That's good. That's what we want.
first spot, got a turkey gobbling. Let's go, let's go.
Driving down a ways or what?
Yeah, I mean he's a mile in there.
Yeah.
Give it another 10 maybe.
Well, so far no gobbles, but we got a couple different options here. We're gonna just bounce around, try to hear a bird, and then eventually we'll probably go in down one of these creek bottoms and see what kind of sign we see. But welcome to the south. Not a lot of gobbling, cold morning, so hopefully Aaron and Jake have heard something, but we're gonna bounce to the next spot and see if we can't hear a bird gobbling. Be a place to start. Gotta find one before you can get one.
Is that a hunter or a turkey? That's a turkey, for sure. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but we've got a hen yelping over here in these woods. Definitely a turkey. She's in there yelping and cutting, but I don't hear a gobbler. However, that's public land. There's a little sliver of it right there. We're gonna try to sling around that turkey and see if there's a gobbler with her. We got a group of hens down in here. They're yelping and clucking. We can hear them from up top on the road. We haven't heard a turkey gobble yet, but there's multiple hens. So we're trying to work our way through this nasty kind of pine woods down to the hardwoods. Looking at the map, a minute ago it looked like these pines turned to hardwoods down below. That's going to be where those turkeys are at, I'm assuming. Just trying to be real cautious moving in on it though. Let's try to get up to that pine right there. No, the one that's like 10. He just gobbled again. Did you hear that? He's got them hens in there with him, but he's down low. That's why we can barely hear him. Yeah, there's a pine ridge over there where he's at, Jake.
Straight to the west.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'd be better just walking, trying to get along the backside of them there.
I think they're going to end up going off the property.
Yeah.
And probably up through the low gap there, right by the road. turkeys gobbling intermittently up in there. That's pretty typical of one that's got hens like this. And this is just a little bitty sliver of public land. It ain't but a few hundred yards wide. That was cool though. We found this bird because we heard those hens up on the road. And remember, like I was telling you, those hens were doing that 3-4 note yelp. When hens are doing that, most of the time they're with a gobbler. We're getting down in here closer to where we heard that bird gobbling earlier. And we can hear him down in the bottom here below us. Gobbling. He's way in there though. Jake and I just been sneaking along here and we're finding what we want to see right here. Along the edge of the pines there's this little hardwood ridge that kind of plays out into this bottom. And there's scratchings in here. They're not real fresh, but these turkeys been in here. That's a good sign. I think he's a pretty good ways off down in that bottom right now, but we're just going to keep easing along. See if we can get down in here close enough to him.
How's a hen? Just had a hen respond. So we're probably gonna set up, see if we can't call that hen. Hopefully she's got a tom with her. Seems like a really good spot over here. We kind of got a little bit of a mixture of Flat Creek bottom. It starts to rise up. Lots of oaks in here. It's where we found them last year in Mississippi, so hopefully we can bring a tom in.
This sounds like bucks calling that last yelp. Yeah.
Upon further review, I think we've decided that we called a human and not a turkey. It sounded good there at the beginning. We set up, called, a couple minutes went by, started hearing some clucking like the hen was working towards us, and then realized it's probably just a box call. Now we got another guy up on the hill yelping, and he's probably hit his gobble tube, I don't know, 7 or 8 times already. But it's part of the fun in public land. You just really never know what you're going to get into, and we accidentally got into a fake hen and even that fake tom that's gobbling up on the hill. But
It's flattering. He thought your calling was a real hand for a while too.
I guess. I mean, I'm not that good of a caller, but apparently it worked well enough.
Well, no dice this morning. I don't think Zach and Greg and them have seen anything either, have they?
No.
Jake and I heard several different birds, and we've been on the same group for the last 3 hours or so. And he just gobbled with a hen, but they've made it over onto the private ground now. This particular WMA that we're hunting is not, I guess, a big contiguous chunk. There's lots of little small 200 to 400 acre pieces scattered throughout a bunch of other private areas. And these spots can be good too, but that's one of the things you contend with, is that the birds tend to spend some part of their day on private land where you can't hunt them. Those turkeys that we were on this morning, Jake and I have come down in here and we weren't able to kill one, but we found a bunch of scratchings, and I bet you they're roosted right in here.
Yeah, they're kind of down in this little hole here, and we ran into another hunter even that wasn't very far away from where these birds were probably roosted, and he couldn't even hear them from where he was at.
Nah, I don't know if y'all can see this or not. We're parked way over there on top of that pine ridge, and everybody's hunting, or well, not everybody, that guy that we saw was hunting across the road on more public, and I don't think he heard these turkeys in here.
And he was in a good spot to listen.
Oh yeah.
Like he could hear a long ways where he was sitting up there. That was where we originally wanted to go this morning.
These birds in here were roosting right here in these trees. You can see how there's some pretty big oaks back in here. Right at the bottom of one of these drainages, there's actually 1, 2, 3 drainages that come into the creek here, and then they go down into that bottom where those turkeys are at now. Down here in this kind of hillier terrain, they tend to stick to the hardwoods more, especially when they got hens, and they're roosting up at the tops of these drainages, pitching down in the morning in these little creek beds, and then taking them on down into the lower country throughout the day. It looks like on the map, when we're looking at OnX, that there's a little food plot or something over there on the private ground next door. I'm pretty sure that's where those turkeys are at right now. And I think we're gonna bail out of here, leave these birds be for now, and then potentially come back in and hunt them in the morning, because this is a really good spot. It doesn't look like anybody else has been in here either.
No.
You know, I guess it is opening day, but
Why do you have a women's turkey vest?
hang on a minute, look at this.
Outfit her.
What?
It was cheap. We got it for probably 60% off. It was like $25. No big deal.
No big deal. Man, look at this. They've been on this ridge a bunch, Jake. Let's get out of here before we mess something up. Well, the day was going okay, but it's not anymore, because we just found out that we have to move our entire camp after being here for less than 1 day.
So we're going home.
We're not going home, Jake.
With food in your mouth over there.
Yeah, that's stupid. We're gonna have to pack up everything, move it about 10 miles down the road, reset up again. No big deal. Just lose 3 or 4 hours of the day. We can't hunt in the afternoon anyway on this place, so might as well be doing something. I guess it's moving camp.
We'll pick up camp and move.
Just well pick up camp and move, Greg says. So
We're gonna do this every day from now on.
we're not gonna do this every day from now on. We're moving to the correct spot, and then that's gonna be the end of it. And then we're gonna hunt turkeys for the foreseeable future until we either lose our minds or kill one.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you from turkey camp here in Alabama. Got camp back there behind us.
Second camp.
So yeah, this is the second
This
camp.
is the second camp we had to set up.
We wanted to take it just a quick minute here and kind of answer some questions that have been coming in during the first few videos. We appreciate all y'all joining us on the turkey tour. Wanted to also recap day 2, which was not particularly eventful for either one of us.
No, I guess for us, we didn't hear a lot, Greg, Brody, and I, but Brody did locate some birds in an area that we had interest in, and I feel like, you know, moving forward, we got a good lead. So that makes me happy. I mean, we know there's birds in there, and I think there's probably up and down that big creek bottom, I'd say there's several. So
That's what's nice about the group aspect too, is like you and Greg can go hunt, and you and I went and hunted, and then Brody was off looking for birds, and he found some for you guys.
Yeah.
So I mean, you didn't exactly get on them that morning, but at
Right.
least you had a hot lead after
Yeah.
having an unsuccessful hunt this morning.
And that's something that in these states where, you know, there is a higher hunting pressure and there's lower turkey numbers, I mean, we're keying in on every little bit of information. I mean, as far as like looking at an old like track that you can maybe see a quarter of it, I mean, we're looking at every piece of information.
And that's something you guys said for Mississippi that you learned from last year, was just taking the smallest things and using it more so than like what you have to do in Iowa.
Well, it's a progression, and you're gonna watch a lot of these videos if you stick with us here that are gonna be kind of uneventful.
Yeah.
You know, because the country we're hunting in down here is really thick. There's lots of hunting pressure, like Zach said.
It's something hard to explain if you've never been a part of it, because I've never hunted down here, and I guess from watching videos from the years past that you guys have done, like you kind of get an idea of what it's like, and you realize that it is more difficult than it seems to be up in the northern part of the states. But
This is as hard as it gets, or one of the areas where it is extremely difficult. You know, South Carolina public land, Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas public land. I mean, there's lots of these southern states. These birds get hunted extremely hard. They got long liberal seasons. You know,
small
you kill
properties, a lot of hunters.
Yeah, so that's just the nature of the beast, and you kind of just chip away. Like Zach said,
Finding a track is a big deal. Finding an absence of human pressure is a big deal in a spot.
Seeing a hen cross the road is a big deal.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean,
this time of year.
that's how we killed birds last year.
Yep.
But it all leads up to something, hopefully.
Yep.
You know, we're here for hopefully as long as it takes to get it done, which might be 7 to 10 days, for just one of us to kill a turkey.
Yep.
You know, and that's why we come down here and hunt public land. It's a blast to do. Day by day, we learn a little bit more about these areas.
And I think that just really leads into one of the questions that we've been getting a lot is, where are you guys hunting? What piece of public? Just for the sake of people that are living around here, hunting here, we don't want to necessarily broadcast that yet.
Not that we're trying to keep it a secret for ourselves, just out of respect for the people that
Yeah.
hunt here.
Yeah, I mean, there's other fellows over here camping right next to us, you know, that are hunting here,
A
and
fair amount of people that are hunting.
we don't want to draw any more attention to it, you know, during their hunt than we already are. So we're going to keep that confidential for the time being. But it is a wildlife management area down here in Alabama, and there's lots of these. This place that we're hunting on is actually private land that is leased by the state. It actually used to be pretty big.
Yep.
It used to be really like just one big continuous piece, is the way he explained it yesterday, a couple days ago to us.
Yeah, and he said, you know, the demand in hunting land and the overall cost of hunting leases going up. The folks that are leasing this property, that own it from the private land, are starting to lease it out to hunting clubs and that sort of thing, and the state just can't compete with that, you know, increased cost. They just can't afford it.
And I know there's a number of places like that in Ohio as well. There are places that wouldn't even show up on the DNR website. You have to go do some homework, and you know, we're looking at OnX and stuff like that, trying to find these pieces of public that may be overlooked, but they exist out there. And it's just a really cool opportunity, I think, and it's really cool that the state does that.
Yeah.
Just having more places to hunt is always a good thing.
Yeah. We've been getting lots of questions also that we want to address real quick.
A lot of people are always asking us about what kind of calls we're using.
I was running the new Woodhaven Ninja Hammer the last few days, and on this video, that's a mouth call that I was using. Once we got up running and gunning and moving around on the roads, I switched to friction calls. I think it's the Woodhaven Legend Series slate that I was running, and the Cherry Classic Crystal.
They
yeah,
sound
the
really
thing
good.
I like about both of those that I'm running, that Cherry Classic Crystal and then that Legends Series slate, is that there's kind of two tones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can start off kind of quiet and with that front end yelp, and then if you loosen up your grip pressure a little bit on the striker, that striker will rattle and then get some back end rasp.
Mm-hmm.
So you really have a lot of tone diversity when you're using those calls. In comparison to a, you know, cheaper $20 call, most of the time those are going to be kind of a flat yelp.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to get that same two-tone note out of there.
That's the big thing from a guy, you know way more about calls than I do. And that's the thing that I can't explain it like you explain it. But yeah, it's the difference. It's the two-tone, like kind of break in the sound, I guess is how I would explain it.
Yeah, it's more crisp. It
sounds more realistic.
Yes, it's much more realistic. But we don't take a ton of calls with us to the woods.
No.
I mean, you're the same as I am. A couple mouth calls and
3.
Our pot and peg calls. We got a couple of them in the vest. That's late in the glass, and then that's it. And shameless plug here, Woodhaven has a really cool promotion going on where if you go to their page and you're shopping for turkey calls, use the promo code THP 2018. That's THP 2018.
That's THP 2018. Go on over to woodhavencalls.com and punch that code in. Get yourself a 10% discount.
That's right. It's woodhavencustomcalls.com.
Okay.
But yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and like it's an awesome opportunity. I think, you know, it helps us out. Like Aaron said, shameless plug. But those calls are awesome and gets you 10% off. Totally worth it.
And we got one more question here from Facebook Messenger. Chris asks, have you guys ever heard of or believe that a person cannot call a turkey down a hill, that they can always call them up a hill?
You can call
I've
them
heard
down.
that, but yeah, you can definitely call them down. Especially right now, like we were
We would have
talking.
preferred to be down the hill that first day that we hunted here. That's where the birds were going. There
Right
was
now, all of that early spring regrowth, that green stuff, is down in the low-lying creek bottoms. So what the birds do, the toms and the hens go up and they roost higher up in the drainages. When they get with hens, they work down into those drainages because those hens are down there pecking around on that green food source while they're building eggs and stuff.
And this is area specific, but it is something that we've seen a number of times in the little time that we've been here.
I wouldn't
We've
say
seen
it's-
that last year
yeah.
too, a bunch in Arkansas, Mississippi.
Up on top, it's like dry, not green.
That's where gobblers will go when they get by themselves.
Yeah.
They'll go up high where they can gobble and they can smoke.
Fart,
They
dude.
can. Oh, man, dude, what the heck? Come on,
It was in
Jake.
me and then it wasn't. And then you guys got to be a part of it.
Anyway, gobblers will go up high on those ridge tops and
Not
those
the bear
hill
claw.
tops. Yeah, it is a bear claw. Gobblers will go up top on those knobs and those hills, and they'll strut and gobble when they lose hens.
And the
that's to get to that high point. you
Yeah,
know?
and a lot of times they're trying to call those hens up to them.
So if you guys are like midday, not midday, but maybe like 10 o'clock, are you going to try to go up to the top of those hills and be even with the toms, or be downhill and try to call him down?
I like to be even with them personally. It's kind of that same area where
You
we're
don't
talking
want to
about
be calling them from across a valley or
no,
a dip.
no.
You want to be on the same ridge with
same
them.
ridge, same level. I like to work, if there's secondaries coming down, I like to work right across them, right at them. I think one thing about calling turkeys down the hill, they're not going to go down a spot that's too steep. It's just like deer. If you're hunting a hillside that's really steep, they're going to take the path of least resistance. Now, a turkey is a little bit different build than a deer. It has a harder time going downhill. So that's why I think people have just, used that broad, description.
Can't.
Or you can't, yeah. Like you can, but it has to be the right setting. A lot of times when I was trying to call one down the hill, it was a place I'd seen them come down before. They were roosting up high, hitting a bench maybe, and then using an old log trail or some sort of gradual.
Just think about
slope.
what path you would take down that hill, and that's the
Right.
path they're going to want to take too. I guess I'll just say this. The first thing that all of us do every time we hear a bird gobble is get the map out and try to pinpoint exactly where that gobbler is, and then see like
Where
which-
does he want to go?
Yeah.
Where does he want to
What's
go?
going to be
What's
the best place to
easiest
sit
way?
to call him to us?
Yep.
And really, that's going to vary so much throughout the season too, because
Yeah.
sometimes they're going down, sometimes they're going up. Depends on where the food source is, depends on where the hens are, depends what is open, what's too thick. It's all going to vary.
But yeah, we just wanted to tie a bow around this video a little bit for you all and touch base and answer some of these questions. It was kind of an uneventful second day. At least it looks that way. But like we were saying,
I was
You're
feeling
just-
like we might get into.
we're getting close. We got close. We're just chipping away, and that's how we kill turkeys on these long public
We
land
weren't
trips.
too aggressive.
No.
We just kind of sat back and
And I think another thing is
Just
is
getting
it's-
info.
we're not losing any confidence, I guess. Like, we're just as confident as we were when we got here. We expect these things.
When you're down here on public early in the year when the birds are super henned up,
Yeah.
we're
That's
just worried about locating a turkey to hunt and then going in there and figuring out what he's doing and what his hens are doing in that specific spot without boogering them out. And it takes several days in order to put all that together.
We're not talking about 30 hens with 5 toms. We're talking about 1 tom with maybe at most 2 or 3 hens. When that's the case, you're not talking about a lot of gobbling. You're not talking a lot about much vocalization at all. So that's why we're always keying in on any little sign, scratching, tracks, gobbles, hen crossing the road, hen yelping,
How many times that bird
Birds
gobbled this
fly
morning?
up.
Couple?
Three.
Yeah,
Within
and
about 3 minutes.
On day 2, the video that you're watching, that turkey gobbled finally once we got down in the
Yeah.
woods to him.
Yep.
But it was his hens that gave away his position.
Yeah.
He might have gobbled 4 or 5 times in a matter of 3 or 4 hours. And that's why we get up high first thing in the morning. We just try to hear one. Even if he just gobbles 1 time on the limb, that's going to tip us off to where he is.
And if you have a season that's open, last light as well, they will gobble a
Yeah,
little bit.
we
then,
can't
too.
hunt evenings here. That's why we're talking to you guys right now. And Greg's in town editing footage at McDonald's for the day 3 video.
Hopefully the progression of this is like last year, and then here in 4 or 5 days we've got some hot action for you guys. But
We're on turkeys.
we're getting
like,
closer.
it's-
We're getting bird doggy,
This is opening weekend, though, tomorrow, Saturday, and hunting pressure is going to kick up a little bit. But the thing we do have to our advantage is we've already been here for 3 days now. Well,
Yep.
2 days. And we
We
know
know
where these turkeys are at. So
a couple of them at least.
more action is coming your way. Thank you all for tuning in to the day 2 video. And we'll see you on day 3.